Record. All right, so thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. This is sort of a different team call. I got really inspired building my 2016 dream board yesterday, and I had a really good call with my life coach today. She basically gave me a bunch of homework for how to set up 2016 so we can set up this whole thing together, like kind of like goals and stuff like that. And it's really, really important. Like, all successful people think ahead, and they basically, anything that they've ever created in their lives today, they once thought about it before in the past. Like, they saw it in a vision, they knew where they're going. Maybe it didn't turn out exactly to the detail of, exactly what they predicted, but it's very, very close. And I don't know if you guys saw, there's a post by Sophie in the main team page, and she basically posted she made a vision board last year. I hate how my text messages keep popping up. Sorry, guys. So she created a vision board last year, and for instance, one of the things that came up that she noticed on the vision board is that she put Greece on her vision board. And even though the Greece wasn't like a top 10 Beachbody trip like she wanted it to be, and how she predicted it was like a Beachbody thing to go to Greece, she's still going to Greece for a missionary and in a couple days, actually. So it's just, you never know how your life's going to turn out, but whatever you wish for, you should be very careful with it, because it will come true. So make sure whatever you plan for your life is exactly what you want it to be. And so with that being said, I just wanted to start and just share with you guys. I know I shared my vision board. It's not yet completed, but I really thought about what I want to accomplish in 2016. And of course it's going to change. And so that's why I recommend either doing it online, so you can go back, like canva.com, for instance, you can go back and edit it and stuff like that. And so I just want to show you my vision board. Just, you don't have to look at it in detail, but just kind of look how you want to really decorate it in the way that it's really appealing to your eyes and you get really excited about it. And it's like your little creation, and there's a lot of nice colors. I really like turquoise. So you see a lot of turquoise, and you can put pictures of you. You can put pictures of people who inspire you. It's whatever you want. It's up to you. And so what is a vision? And I just want to give you guys some vision basics. So your dreams are only your dreams unless you write them down, and then they are goals. And so very basically, I want you guys to think, what's this whole concept of vision, and why should we all have a vision? And so I want you to guys think about, would you get into a car and start driving without a destination in mind? Do you guys just go to your car and just start driving for no reason? No, you usually have some sort of destination. You probably are going to the grocery store, or a friend's house, or a restaurant, or whatever, wherever you're going. You know exactly where you're going, unless you're really into taking drives for no reason, which one of my best friend is, but I never understood that. And so I want you guys to think about it as a metaphor for your life. Are you driving the car of your life with a specific destination in mind? Do you know where you're going? Do you know exactly what you want to accomplish? Or do you wake up every day and just not even think about it? And next thing you know, a year later, you're in the exact same place today, this time next year that you were the time before, and then another year passes by and you're in the exact same place. You're not moving forward. You're just kind of aimlessly wandering off, just whatever. And so that's why it's so important to set a vision, because whatever you think about in your life, whatever concept you hold in your mind for your life is going to come true. And so I really want you to think about what you want to accomplish. And when people are building their vision boards, usually they start thinking about, okay, is this realistic? What would society think of me? What would my friend think of me if I put, a Lamborghini down on my vision board? Are they going to think I'm greedy or whatever? Maybe I don't deserve this. No, forget that. What the hell do you want? What do you want in your life? It can be anything. It can be material things. It can be, a certain relationship that you want. It can be characteristics that you want to, to acquire. It can be absolutely anything. And so I want you guys to take out everyone's opinion out of this process. Just think about what you freaking want. And, and so as part of the team call, those of you who are on here live, and then whoever's watching the recording, I want you guys to start with just 3 things that you want to accomplish in 2016 that will make it the best year of your life, okay? Is it replacing your corporate income with your coaching income or whatever you guys are doing? Is it buying your dream car finally? For instance, I freaking visualize myself in my white 2016 Audi S5 every single day. I see myself sitting in there. That's something that I really, really want this year. Is it buying your dream car? Is it taking that trip to Paris that you've always dreamed of? Is there a destination that you've always wanted to go to? It doesn't matter how you're going to get there. It doesn't matter anything. Just what do you want? Okay. Is it making a certain income? Is it getting straight A's in school and graduating with a 4.0? Is that what you really want? Is that what's going to make it the best year of your life? Is it losing 50 pounds? Is it running a marathon that you've always planned? It's just like, pick anything that will make it the best year, and don't think small, because if you're thinking, like, for instance, if you're thinking of some income, right, and you're thinking, I want to make this amount per week in Beachbody, and you just say like $100, like, is 100 extra bucks a week going to make it the best freaking year of your life? No. Like, think big. What is it going to be? And the more specific you are, so this is key. And I want to go back to my vision board real quick just to show you guys how, you want to be really specific. If you're thinking of income, how much exactly? If you're thinking of a trip, where exactly are you going? What color is your car? What year is it? What model? Just be as specific as possible. And honestly, I could be a lot more specific. So this goes for me too. And the more specific you are, the better, because a vague vision means vague goals, and vague goals means vague outcomes, and vague outcomes means vague life. And you don't want that. You want specificity. And again, just a reminder, like, a lot of people are very afraid to dream big because they start thinking about what would others think. You don't have to show your vision board to anybody. You can just keep it to yourself. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you want, whatever's in your heart, whatever. I truly believe that whatever's in your heart is placed in there for a reason. And that reason being that you should go for it and you should accomplish it. And so something that I often misunderstood is that, when building your vision board, like, for instance, you think of something that you really want and right away you have no idea how you're going to accomplish this. So you're like, wait, no, I have no idea how that's going to happen. Never mind. No. The point is that you need to figure out exactly what you want with absolutely no idea how you're going to do it. The how does not matter at all. You're not supposed to know the steps to take. Like, you know the general idea, but you're not supposed to know the exact way that you're going to accomplish it. Because if you know exactly what to do to get there, you're dreaming way too small and you should have already accomplished it. Like, if you know exactly how to accomplish it, why haven't you accomplished it? You know what I mean? And so the how doesn't matter. It's the what and the why that truly matters. And so, in terms of why, and something that my coach told me this morning, she's like, come next call with 4 goals that you want for 2016, and then a really, really, really deep reason why, like deep. And so I'm like, okay. So you really want to think about why, because you want to put emotion into your vision board. You want your vision board to be something that just is really compelling to you, and that it's like thinking about, why'd you sign up as a coach? You have a why that makes you cry. It's the same thing. Like, for instance, when I build my vision board, when I think about my goals, I get really, really emotional because it's like, geez, how I want this so badly. And so, why would these goals make it your best year yet? And so really put your emotion into it and really get invested in your goal board. And then Lindsay Matway nails this. I remember seeing this actually last year, I think, or 2 years ago or whatever. But basically she made like a little step-by-step on how to make a vision board. So, and I'll show you a quick tutorial on exactly how I built mine, just so you guys can just get to work tonight on yours. And so choose your canvas. I really like canva.com, but you can use PicMonkey. You can use all kinds of websites. You can do it on Microsoft Word, which sounds horrible to me. I have no idea how to work Microsoft programs, obviously. I sucked at Excel in school. Or you can just do it on the poster. You can do it on a cork board. I actually have a vision board, cork board here that I haven't put on anything on it in so long. So it just kind of sits there. I have like random things hanging on it. But it can be whatever you want, whatever canvas you want. And you want to set goals for all areas of your life. So when you really think about 2016, you want to think about how much savings do you want in your savings account, or what do you want in terms of your family? If you're trying to conceive, are you trying to, do you want a boy or girl, or do you want to get married, or you want to get engaged, or what do you want with your family? Do you want to go on a trip together, like family goals, career goals, how much money you want to make, do you want to get a certain promotion, you want to be a certain rank, whatever it is. Education, do you want to graduate? Do you want to use pictures? Okay. Do you want to graduate? Do you want to get a 4.0? What do you want? So education, travel. Where do you want to go? What trips do you really want to go on? Do you want to finally go to Paris? Do you want to finally go to Bahamas? Do you want to go on a cruise? Do you want to go, wherever? Faith. Do you want to be more involved in your church? Do you want to convert to a religion? Do you want to study the Bible? Do you want to, whatever it is, whatever your faith is, whatever it is. And then find images that represent these goals. So images are key because they're, images, power, you see, you want to visualize, it helps with vision, obviously vision, eyes, pictures. And then add them to the canvas of your choice. And then you want to have them be SMART goals. Again, don't be afraid to dream too big, but at the same time, you don't want to dream too small. And at the same time, you don't want it to be so outlandish that you get discouraged right away. Like you just shut down. And you don't want it to be so small that you should have already accomplished this like yesterday. And so you want it to be specific. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. And time is really important, especially measurable as well. They're all important, but time-based. So for instance, a lot of people, when they set goals and set like visions for themselves, they'll usually, for instance, I learned a lot from Think and Grow Rich. And so I have like a specific statement that I wrote for myself of what I want to acquire by like December 31st, 2016, or like if you want to go on the trip, for instance, one of my goals is I've traveled to Barbados in February. I really want to go to Barbados. I have an opportunity to go to. I just need to figure out the money and, buy my ticket. And so that's time-based. Like by February, I would have traveled by Barbados, or by December 31st, 2016, I have earned $200,000 in my Beachbody business. They're all time-based. They all have a deadline, because if you don't have a deadline, then your vision board can be like, it's not gonna work as well, because you can be like, okay, I'll do that in 10 years and 15 years, 50 years go by, you still haven't done it. It's got to have a deadline. That is key. And then, specificity. So a lot of people struggle with this, and like for instance, when we did those boot camp groups, usually like when we talked about vision and when we had those assignments on vision, one of the quickest things that I correct people on is specificity. Like I just go, like when I see someone not being specific, I have to call them out, because you're going to shoot yourself in the foot if you're not specific enough. Because, I want to lose weight. Okay, cool. The universe, your wish is my command. Here's minus 0.25 pounds. Like if you don't specify like exactly what you want, the universe would be like, okay, whatever, you lost, a quarter of a pound. Yay. It's like, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to lose 50 pounds. Well, why didn't you say that to begin with? Okay. And so very non-specific goal is be in great shape. Like I hate that goal. When I hear that from my challengers, I roll my eyes, like they roll so far back in my head. So I'm like, okay, what does that mean? That means something different for everybody. Is great shape doing 10 push-ups, or is it looking good in your clothes? What is it? What is being in great shape? And so specific goal is I want to fit into my size 4 J brand skinny jeans by Christmas 2014. Boom. Look how specific that was. It has, a time, Christmas. So obviously this was made like before 2014, but Christmas 2014, blah, blah, blah. Like it's really specific. And make it public. Share your goals for extra accountability with your close friends, your coach, or even or the public at large. There's nothing better than peer accountability, because when you share it with others, it just becomes real. And I used to be, and I know the first time you do a goal board is really freaky and it's really scary. And you're like, oh my God, what are people going to think about me? But it's like, I've done this so many times. I just like, whatever. I just share it with anybody. I don't care who laughs at me. I don't care, like it doesn't matter, because in your heart that you're going to achieve it. And so that's all that matters. Oh yeah. Canva.com. So basically what I do is, so for those of you who have never used Canva, I only use Canva now. So it's www.canva.com. And then they have like all these little templates, and it's so much fun to get involved on Canva. But basically the first thing I Googled is how big is a 15-inch screen MacBook Pro? Like I got the exact dimensions. So whatever computer, iPhone, or wherever you want to put your goal board, especially if it's digital, just make sure you get like the dimensions. If, ask for width and height in terms of pixels, or you can do millimeters or inches or whatever. Oh, I didn't know you can do millimeters or inches. Anyway, but for instance, for example, I'm just going to show you. So let me click on presentation. And so it's going to open up a blank canvas. And so basically what I do is I will Google, let's see, Audi S5 2016, whatever it is. Okay. So I'm just going to show you an example. Pretend like this is my dream car. And so I just drag it, and then I go back to Canva, and then Canva is really nice because it's, especially if you have a MacBook, it's so easy to use. So you just drag it on here, it uploads in here, and you click on it, and you just, move around wherever. And then you want to click on text, add heading or whatever. And then they have all these pretty fonts that you can play with. Be like, I drive a black Audi S5, whatever, as detailed as possible. And I usually just put it like right under the picture. And I like vision boards with pictures and words because these words become more of affirmation. So not only do you have like a nice vision to look at, you can also say these things out loud. And the more you say it, the more real they become. The more you believe it, the more real it becomes. And it starts working on your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind starts becoming more aware of opportunities around you in which you can make these goals happen. And if you're hearing these concepts for the first time, I know it sounds really like hippy dippy and really like weird, but I'm going to share some books with you guys that will help you understand it and help you understand that these are laws of the universe, the laws of nature, and these are success principles that all successful people follow. And the more books I read, the more mentors I seek out, like Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, like all my mentors, my life coach, everybody that I talk to, the more I realize that they all do this. And this is the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people. All successful people have a vision. And so do not ignore this if you're really serious about becoming the person that you want to become and achieving the things that you want to achieve. And so basically it just becomes a lot of fun. And I know some of you have created a goal board. I've seen some of your goal boards and they're really nice, but I want you guys to create an updated 2016 one. And so what do you do with your vision board? I kind of talked about it, but put it somewhere where you see it every single day. So background of your laptop, like for instance, I get really disorganized throughout the day, but I'll usually clear my desktop, and so my vision board is very clean, and I look at it every day, every morning when I wake up, part of my morning ritual, and then before I go to bed. So that's like the last thing I think about before I go to bed. And then sometime in the midday, just to kind of remind me, when I get those no's, when I have coaches quit on me, when I have customers return things, when the going gets tough, I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I know that no matter what, I'm moving towards the direction of these goals. And so it just keeps you focused. It's part of a different kind of personal development. So not only are you reading your personal development, you also have your vision board to help you achieve your goals. And when it's in front of you every single day, you not only work on your goals, but they start working on you. So because of the repetition and constantly seeing it and constantly saying those things out loud and believing them, it starts seeping into your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is kind of like, how habits are formed when you do something often enough. At first, like for instance, when you learn to drive a car, it's really weird at first, and there's so many things to think about. You're like, oh my God, this mirror is messed up. This mirror is messed up. I have to put it in reverse and drive, and oh my God, I have to steer at the same time, and I got to look this way and that way, and your mind's all over the place. And now, after so many years of driving, you probably don't even think about those things. Like you just get in the car and you go like right away. You don't think about adjusting things. Like it's just so automatic. And so that's kind of like habits work, and that's kind of how this whole concept of your vision works. When it seeps into your subconscious mind with enough repetition, your subconscious mind will start automatically noticing things, hearing things, just kind of making you more aware of things in your surroundings that were always there, but you have not been aware of them, where like, for instance, you all of a sudden, like, you read something and you're like, oh my God, that's a great idea. And all of a sudden you come up with this new business idea, and that new business idea becomes more money, and more money becomes the opportunity to travel more. And so that's how it works. And so, again, you guys will have to look into it more, like through books and stuff like that. I read a lot of books on the law of attraction and vision and all that stuff. And so this is like second nature to me, and I have a hard time kind of explaining it sometimes. But anyway, seeing everything as if it's already achieved and being grateful for already having accomplished everything in there. So you'll notice on my vision board, I talk as if everything has already been achieved. So I have traveled to Barbados in February. I have had a professional fitness photo shoot for a magazine or advertisement. I have. Everything's in the present tense as if I've already achieved it, or like I already have these things, or I am these things. And that is key as well. And being grateful for it. So gratitude is huge. I talk about gratitude all the time. If you're not grateful for what you already have, you'll never get more. And so when you think about these things that you really want, yes, they're in the future. Yes, you don't have them yet technically, but when you act as if you already have it and you're already thankful for it, it creates a whole different feeling, and you get excited and you get passionate about it. And it just, like, there's a quote that says, what you are seeking is also seeking you. And so you just have to meet the universe halfway, just be thankful, and it will give you more of what you want. And that is a success principle. And then sharing it with someone you trust for extra accountability, making it real. So once you share with someone, like, hey, I want to buy this thing or whatever, or I want to achieve this, then you're like, oh crap, okay, now this person like is gonna, what are they gonna think of me if I don't accomplish it? Like, shit, I should really accomplish it. And so that just kind of helps. And then some quotes that I found on Pinterest. So basically, Tony Robbins, my favorite guy in the world, goals are like magnets. They'll attract the things that make them come true. Dreaming, after all, is a form of planning. Create the highest, grandest vision possible for your life, because you become what you believe. Focus on, sorry, you guys are blocking this. Focus on where you want to go, not on what you fear. She designed a life she loved. The time will pass anyway. You can either spend it creating the life you want or spend it living the life you don't want. The choice is yours. And I love that, because you can either sit down and create your vision for your life and, create the life you want, start working on the life you want, or you can just forget about all this and just keep living the life that you're currently living, whether you like it or not. And so the choice is yours. You have that choice. And so some homework that I have for you guys is, make yourself 100% account. First of all, make your vision board. So either tonight, as soon as we get off the call, if you have some time, it's not like an emergency. You don't have to create it right away, but like sometime before the new year, obviously there's only like 2 weeks left. So either tonight, tomorrow, next week, doesn't matter, but create a vision board. Don't let January 1st come around without knowing exactly how 2016 is going to go for you. And, make yourself 100% accountable to your vision by sharing it with the team. And so feel free to post it in the team page, just like I did. Again, no judgment zone. No one's going to laugh at you. We all have done enough personal development to know that this is the real deal. And, it's just fun. It'll be fun. And you can get feedback, especially from, some of us who have done a lot of studying on like vision boards and how they work and blah, blah, blah. We can give you more feedback, like saying, that's not specific enough, or, or you're dreaming too small. A lot of people dream way too small. And so that's like the number one thing that I call people out on. But, it's all helpful for you guys. And then seriously commit to personal development in the new year. If you have not been doing personal development, commit to it in the new year. And because without the proper mindset, this whole vision board is a waste, because you can create the pretty pictures and you can look at the pretty words and you can stare at it on your wall all day long. But if you don't believe that it's actually possible and you don't have the proper mindset, then it's just going to be a pretty picture. You know what I mean? And then Amy's team is like raving about the Miracle Morning. And the only reason why I have not read the Miracle Morning yet is because I'm stubborn, because I have my own morning ritual that I created through going to Tony Robbins. So I have like I do my personal development first thing in the morning. I do a gratitude ritual first thing in the morning. I do certain things first thing in the morning, like look at my vision board. And so these are a lot of concepts come from the Miracle Morning. And so far what I have works for me. But if you haven't been doing a morning ritual, you guys should really read the Miracle Morning. And because I mean, and also it makes you like work out first thing in the morning. So by the time you even start your day, you've already done your personal development, you've done all 3 vital behaviors, and it's just really cool, especially for productivity. If you're not productive enough right now, I think this will be really helpful for you. I noticed as soon as I started doing a morning ritual, my productivity just shot up like crazy. And then Jackrabbit Factor. So this is free personal development. It's based, so this book, it's like, I want to say 75, 80 pages, really, really easy read. It's just a story that you can knock out in like an hour. But this is based on what I just described to you in terms of like writing down your vision, writing down your goals, figure out like what's achievable for you, and learning more about the laws of the universe and the law of attraction stuff. And so that's, if you're interested, this will definitely be a good read, especially like you can knock it out by the end of tonight. And it's just jackrabbitfactor.com. You put in your email and your name, and it just sends you the PDF in your email, and you can just read it. And I actually just finished it before this call, and it's really, really good. It has it's like a different perspective. It's like a written in story form where you can understand these concepts, but more, not just through someone like listing them, but more through like a story. And it's really interesting. And then gratitude. Never let the things you want make you forget the things you have. And so, in creating your vision, you think about the things you want, but you also want to remember the things that oh my God, I'm going to kill these notifications. I'm going to stop the share. Okay, so I don't want you guys to, forget about what you have. So when you're creating what you want to remember, I'm so blessed and thankful, that I have my health, that I have my limbs, that I'm wearing clothes right now, that I'm sitting in a heated room, that I have an iPhone, that I'm on a laptop, I'm using this platform called Zoom, and like I'm connecting with people. So you always want to be thankful as well for things that you already have. And so yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Is that helpful for anyone? Who's going to create a vision board right now? Perfect. Well, it's been half an hour. I think it's a great place to cut it off. Create a vision board, post it, do your personal development, guys. I really enjoyed talking to you guys about this concept. If you have any questions or anything, post it on T page, and I hope everyone has a great night. Bye, guys.